something I have always wanted to ask you as a fan. So growing up with the Hearts, what did Brett always think of Sting using the Scorpion Deathlock? Was that ever
Ooh,
discussed?
you know what's funny is I've never heard Brett say anything but good things about Sting. I know Brett has like so much respect for Sting. So I think Brett would probably be like, that's cool. Cause like, it maybe could have teased something with them having competed against each other. So, but yeah, I know Brett really liked Sting a lot. And the Hitman, one thing that I think we can all agree on with the Hitman is that he always shoots straight. He always says what's on his mind, what's in his heart, and it might not always be politically correct, but Bret Hart he's very real. He's very much about integrity. And I think it's why people love him so much, because he doesn't sugarcoat anything, but he loves Sting. I know that.
Fantastic. So Ronda Rousey put you over on social media some time ago. I mean, I think she had a lot of good things to say about the match that she had with you. Do you foresee her coming back in the future?
I love Ronda. I think that she was so much fun to work with, and I look forward to the thought of her coming back, but I don't know. I think that Ronda would love to come back to WWE, but I also think that her main focus is really on her family, on starting a family. I know that's been like a dream of hers since I first met her. The very first time I met her, she was talking about wanting a family. So I have to give her credit for really sticking to her guns. And, it's so tempting to want to come back to WWE because it's so much fun to perform for people around the world. But at the same time, Ronda she seems very committed to wanting a family. So we'll see. But, there's a million things that could happen. And that, again, that's what I love about WWE is that, like, you never know who's going to show up at the Royal Rumble. You never know who's going to be a part of WrestleMania. It's really, you have to expect the unexpected.
And obviously you are like one of the locker room leaders and everybody respects you. You're also close to Ronda. So what happened when she made the comments about wrestling being fake? I mean, that caused a lot of stir online. Was that taken well backstage?
It was taken. It was taken. Gosh, let me figure out how to answer this. First of all, I grabbed Ronda and put her in a headlock and gave her a headlock takeover after she made those comments. I think Ronda is somebody that kind of speaks from her heart too, and that's something that I can respect. She felt a certain way. She felt like, hey, the world that she came from, MMA. It's different than WWE. And I'm really big on people being allowed to have their own voice, their own perspective. And while I might not have agreed with her on her statements, because I have the utmost respect for everything that we do in WWE, it's her opinion. And she's allowed to have her own opinion. And it's like very much like in politics, which I never discuss my political views with anyone, but I believe that everybody's allowed to have their own views, their own opinions, their own ideologies of what they think is right or wrong as part of being in a free country. But when it comes to what Ronda said about, wrestling being fake, I disagree with her on that, because there's only a handful of men and women in the entire world that can do what we do. And I think she knows that as well as anyone, because it's tough as hell to do what we do. This is a very, very, very hard industry. But she has her views and I respect her views, but I don't agree with her views.
Great answer. And my final question, there are a lot of people who are going to be watching WWE for the very first time from India when they watch Superstar Spectacle. What can they expect, I mean, from the event overall?
This event is going to be huge. It's it was very cool to be a part of it. I was very honored being asked to be a part of it. And, you can expect to see so many amazing up-and-coming Indian talent that I think the world is going to be shocked by, because WWE has been working very closely with the Indian talent and just really trying to cultivate just a whole new crop of superstars, which is exciting. I walked past some of them backstage and I was like, whoa, they're big, they're huge, they're, they have a larger than life feel. And I think the great Khali would be very proud. But you can expect to see one of my favorite people backstage and one of my close friends in my real life, Jinder Mahal, the Bollywood Boys, Dolph Ziggler, AJ Styles, myself, Charlotte Flair, Bailey, and many, many more, Drew McIntyre, Ric Flair. It's going to be a really cool, really special event. And I'll tell you, the coolest entrance, maybe the coolest entrance I've ever seen in WWE. Expect to see that with New Day. I'm not going to give a spoiler. Wow. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's out of this world. It's really, really cool. So expect that.
Fantastic. And before I sign out, my final question, Royal Rumble predictions for the men and for the, obviously you're winning the Women's Royal Rumble, but when it comes to the men, who do you see as the winner?
I would say my choice for who's going to win the Rumble would be between Dolph Ziggler and Cesaro. I think Dolph Ziggler is one of the greatest WWE superstars that's ever been in our company. And I watch every performance that he has. And Dolph is a friend of mine, but I'm speaking from my heart. Like, I'm friends with pretty much everybody at work to an extent. But when I watch Dolph perform, every single match he pours his heart into. He never phones it in. He goes out there, he gives it, he leaves it all in the ring. And he really is somebody that reminds me a lot of my favorites from the past. He has an element of Bret Hart to him. He has an element of Shawn Michaels to him. He has an element of like a beloved old time wrestler from our past. And he has so many of those great qualities, but he's also so modern. He's really relatable. He's hip and he's awesome. I was about to swear. He's awesome in the ring. He's really, really good. So I would say Dolph Ziggler is one of the people that I would expect to win the Men's Royal Rumble, and Cesaro is the other one. Cesaro is the greatest professional wrestler in the world. There's nobody that can touch him. There's no superstar today that is Cesaro. So I can't wait to watch Cesaro shine and hopefully get a chance to main event WrestleMania.
Thank you. Best of luck for Superstar Spectacle, for the Royal Rumble. And let's hope that TJ makes a special appearance in the Royal Rumble.
I'll let TJ know you said that. You never know.